Okay, but let's not talk about the fact that I actually sketched the ears and I forgot to include them in the final drawing. But yeah, today we're drawing my first piece of digital artwork, which actually looks very much awful. It looks so bad, I wanna cry. So we're starting out with a little sketch over here, and the first piece I made had green eyes and green hair, which I think is a really good combination, but like, I'm not good at drawing yet. Don't do that yet, okay? My old self really didn't know much about proportions. That looks so bad. Why is the liner so thin? I don't like how it looks. It looks creepy. And the face, the facial proportions, like my eyes, the eyes I make right now are much bigger. But like those eyes were smaller and they still looked unproportional to the rest of the body. The face, it looks so awful, okay? It looks so ugly. That drawing just, it gives me nightmares at night, every night. It just gives me nightmares. It just looks so bad. And I think for the sketch, I really gave her like a cool layered hair, so she looked cool and angsty and really cool and sick, and she is like the thing. She is the it girl, okay? And now we're going to the liner, which the liner used to be my least favorite part, but now I love doing the liner actually, because I love using the different pen pressures. It gives it a different result, as I always do, with the thick lines on the outside, thin lines on the inside, which my old self clearly didn't know how to do, because that looked so bad. I barely used the pen pressure. The lines are all almost the same size and they look so bad. They're all thin and I don't like how they look with that art style. They look so bad. Oh my gosh, you guys. So since she was looking at the side on the original one, I decided to give her a side-eye thing too, but she looks much cuter now. Not like how she looked in the original, which she looked really creepy doing that. Also, what is up with those lips? Why are the lips kind of like pale and they have like a slight bit of color? Like, what happened to her? Like, she needs help. Also, the eyes, they are so high up, and the hair is just so weird. And the face shape, it looks like a triangle for some reason, an upside down triangle, an inverted triangle. It looks so bad, okay? The neck, oh my gosh, let's not even talk about that. Everything looks bad, okay? Oh my gosh, I want to cry with this drawing. I made this drawing when I first got my pen tablet, so I made a bunch of other digital art, but it's like on my phone with my finger, so that doesn't really count. So the actual piece of digital art I made was with my drawing tablet, and it looks bad, okay? For the first try, it looks pretty darn bad. But yeah, now we're going with the color, and for the color, I decided to go with cooler colors, unlike the original piece where I used warmer colors, because I thought the cooler greens would go a lot better and it would, I don't know, fit the drawing a lot better. I think it looks really cool, and her layered hair with the cool green. Oh my gosh, it looks so great, guys. I've gotten so much better. Plus her skin, I made it a similar color. I added some blush, which I always do. I think it looked really cute. At first I added pretty pale blush, but then I kind of like was like, oh my gosh, I need to make this blush more pop out, okay? And as you can see in my original drawing, I used the airbrush a lot. Like, yeah, I know that there's a right way to shade with the airbrush. Some people shade with the airbrush and it looks really good. I personally do it sometimes as well. I use the airbrush for, say, the eyes, the hair. I even use gradients, which is similar to the airbrush tool, but the way I used it in my drawing is just so weird. It looks so weird, oh my gosh. But yeah, also I added a little like shirt off the shoulder shirt, because in the original she's just a neck with a head. Why did I do that? Why did I actually do that? What was wrong with me? Also, I feel like the colors over here go much better with the warmer skin tone and the cooler hair tone, and the hair is a lot darker, so it contrasts a lot better with the skin, unlike the original, which looks pretty weird and strange and everything. And the eyes look soulless even though they have highlights, and like, we all know highlights bring everything to life. Also, why do we only have highlights on the eyes? Excuse me? We need to add highlights everywhere, okay? We're not even at the highlights yet, and I'm already mad about that. But yeah, I decided to add a bit of like gradients to the hair so that it was more like, you know, when your hair grows out and it kind of leaves like a weird blend in. You know, if you know, you know. You know, you know. And I also made the top of the eyes a lot darker because I always do that for the eyes. I don't know why. It makes it look cooler and darker and the highlights pop out more. Okay, I just like doing it, okay? Also, what is up with the original eyes? Why does it have those random lines over there? It looks so bad, you guys. Every brush stroke, you can tell I was not confident with what I was doing. I mean, yeah, it was my first time. Now we're going in with some shading, and as you can see in every single one of my new drawings, when I do the shading, I grab that one purple color and I just put it everywhere, okay? I just put a bunch of strokes everywhere. I don't really know how to do shading, so I just kind of like go ham and just put it where I think it'll look nice. So I just kind of like go over here, go over here, go over here with like a clipping mask, which I did for over here. Then I just kind of fill in everything from that purple thing, and I just fill it in and do everything right, the shading pretty good, you know. And then I turn the layer to multiply a layer actually, and turn down the opacity to like 50%. It looks really dark, cool and everything. But what I seem to have done in the original drawing is that I grabbed like a slightly darker version of each color and kind of like painted over and then lowered the opacity. And I think it looks really weird, okay? And the colors, they don't blend in as well because I'm just grabbing a random darker color than the original, and it looks really bad. It doesn't like have harmony like the drawing I'm making right now, where if I do all of the shading in purple, all of the colors kind of look harmonious, okay? And it looks much better than the ugly original one. Also, like, what is up? I barely did shading on the original one. Like, I tried to do some cell shading, but it looks pretty bad, and I didn't put that much in it. And it looks really weird because it looks like it's not shaded at all, and it looks more two-dimensional than this one, which has much wackier proportions, and it's supposed to look more two-dimensional, but yet it looks more 3D than the original drawing, which looks just so bad. And I think I am making her look pretty cute for the new drawing. It actually looks half decent, not like the old drawing, which looks really, really ugly. But yeah, I just kind of shade everywhere, and I kind of put like some color on the eyes, made the whites of the eyes. And I don't make the whites of the eyes the straight up color white because I think it looks a bit weird and the highlights don't pop out as much. So I make it a slightly darker, kind of like greenish white, you could say. That's what I do. And I think so far it's looking super cute. Even the lips look so nice, okay? It actually accounts for the stretch of the lips. Whenever you smile, you know they stretch and they're not as big and pouty as when you have like the regular lips, just kind of like not doing anything. But yeah, I think they look very, very cute. And I added the freckles. It looked really cute, and they actually, even though they were more subtle than in the original drawing, they popped out a lot more, I think, and they made her look really, really, really cute. Also, I just added a bunch of lines in the original hair. I don't know what I was doing. Like, you can tell that I was kind of like lost with what I was doing. And keep in mind, I made this drawing in Krita, and I'm making this new drawing in Krita as well. So I don't know what was going on with me back in the day. I don't know why I was so bad at the art. And I've been drawing since I was like 4 years old. I should not be this bad by that time, which was like 2 or 3 years ago. But here we are, I guess. I guess I was barely getting used to my new pen tablet. And now we are going to the grading. As I said before, a lot of people use airbrush tool to like kind of like shade their drawing, and I kind of use it too because it's not a bad tool. It's actually really good for your art, but some people just use it wrong, especially when you're a beginner. So I would recommend to start with cell shading, but I use like the gradients to add a bit more depth, which is a lot easier for me, I guess. And now for my favorite part, time to bring this drawing to life, and it's the highlights. Oh my gosh, I love the highlights because they just bring this drawing to life, as I said. And in the original drawing, I added like some heart highlights, which I think they look decent, but I think I made them look much better over here by putting them in the center of the eye, making them bigger, making them pop out more, giving her more personality, okay? And then I added a slightly smaller highlight to the side where she was looking at, so that you could see, oh, she's looking to the side, because I feel like highlights really contribute to guide the eye, I guess. It guides the eye to where you're supposed to be looking at. And also, as you can see, I add a bunch more highlights nowadays, okay? I love adding them in the hair. It makes the hair look like shiny, I guess, which I know that's not how real life shine works, but that's how my shine works, okay? In the original, I only added like highlights on the eyes, that was it. And now I added on the nose, on the cheeks especially, and the blush. It looks super cute. I added on the shirt, and I just added kind of like everywhere, I guess. That's what I like to do for my highlighting. And it's clear, you can see a clear improvement from the old drawing to the new one. Come on, don't tell me you don't see that. My style also became a lot more cartoony and less realistic, but I really like my style now, and I think I've found my style, and it looks really cool, really good, and it's a blend of different techniques that I've learned over the years, and I just think it looks very, 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 very nice. Yeah, over here is the final result, and as one of my subscribers suggested, I decided to add the black liner at the outside and the colored liner in the inside, which is something I always do, the colored liner, but I decided to add the black liner on the outside to see how it would look, and I think it looks really nice. It looks a lot more graphic and everything, and you can clearly see the improvement in my drawing. Oh my gosh, guys. Wanna watch another video? Click over here, and if you want to subscribe, click over here.